What's going on, guys? FJC here, back with another BattleBit video. If my voice sounds a little weird, excuse me, I'm just coming off a little bit of a cold, so that's why. There's been a ton of upcoming updates posted in the BattleBit Discord, so I thought I'd take the time to talk about them in this video. It seems with the upcoming Twitch Rivals event and free weekend, the devs are really starting to push out upcoming updates or more content for the game. And the day I'm recording this commentary is 2 days prior to Twitch Rivals, so I really do hope I get into Twitch Rivals. I haven't heard anything back from them yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. There's a lot of upcoming changes that I'm going to mention in this video, but I want to start out with the most important in my opinion, which is the upcoming class changes. If you've played BattleBit since the game's release, it's no secret that the medic class has been extremely dominant, and the MP7 and P90 have definitely been up there for the best weapons in the game since the game's release. I'm gonna pop up on screen right now the image that they released in their Discord, but the main thing I want you guys to take away from this is you're not going to be able to use the MP7 or the P90 on the medic class anymore, as well as they have allowed a couple of weapons including the Scar H and the FAL to be used on any class across the board, but it's extremely clear that they're trying to remove the medic MP7 and medic P90 meta that's been in the game since the game's release. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, 98% of the time I do use the medic class, and I think both of my highest kills are on the P90 and MP7, so it's very clear that those two weapons are extremely dominant. On top of removing those guns from the medic class, they've also changed the bandaging to be the same speed for all classes across the board. They also increased the speed for healing friendlies, but the medic class can still heal friendlies the fastest. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of indifferent to this change. When you press tab and look at the scoreboard in BattleBit, it's very clear that 90% of the people are using the medic class, and these changes definitely do allow for more variety, but because the medic class has the self-healing box, and the way I tend to play is a lot of parkour, and I kind of rely on that healing box, I'm probably gonna stick with the medic class the most still. Now let's go ahead and talk about the assault rifle changes. They made changes to majority of the assault rifles in the game. We start out with the AK-74 having a damage increase from 31 to 32. The light damage was increased from 4 to 6. The vertical recoil was lowered from 1.5 to 1.4. The horizontal recoil was increased from 0.6 to 0.8. The velocity was increased from 700 to 720. The ADS time was lowered from 0.25 to 0.23. And the reload speed was increased from 1 to 1.1. Next, we move on to the M4A1, which base damage wasn't touched, but the light damage was increased from 4 to 5. The vertical recoil was lowered from 1.5 to 1.4. The horizontal recoil was increased from 0.6 to 0.7. And the reload speed was increased from 1 to 1.1. Then we move on to the ACR, which damage was increased from 27 to 28. Its light damage was increased from 2 to 4. Vertical recoil lowered from 1.4 to 1.3. Horizontal recoil lowered from 0.8 to 0.7. ADS time lowered from 0.21 to 0.18. And reload speed increased from 1 to 1.1. Now we're moving on to the next weapon on the list, the G36C, which damage was increased from 30 to 31. The light damage was increased from 2 to 5. The horizontal recoil was decreased from 0.84 to 0.8. The velocity was increased from 600 to 660. And the ADS time was lowered from 0.25 to 0.23. The HK419 also had a couple of changes made to the gun. Damage was lowered from 31 to 30. The light damage was lowered from 6 to 5. And the ADS time was lowered from 0.25 to 0.23. For the AK5C, the light damage was increased from 4 to 6. The vertical recoil was lowered from 1.6 to 1.5. The horizontal recoil was lowered from 1.4 to 1.3. The ADS time was lowered from 0.24 to 0.23. And the reload speed was increased from 1.125 to 1.3. Now we move on to the F2000, which had a little bit of a buff. The damage was increased from 23 to 24. The velocity was increased from 700 to 710. And the damage fall off start was increased from 50 to 75. The AUG A3 literally had one change made, which was the light damage was lowered from 12 to 6, which is a big jump. Next, we move on to the SG550, which damage was increased from 27 to 29. The light damage was increased from 4 to 5. The velocity was increased from 640 to 680. The fire rate was lowered from 700 to 670, and the ADS time was increased from 0.14 to 0.15. And last but not least, we have the FAMAS, which light damage was increased from 0 to 4. The horizontal recoil was lowered from 1 to 0.9. The velocity was increased from 600 to 640. and the ADS time was lowered from 0.25 to 0.20. So as you can see, tons of changes coming to the assault rifles. I'm really excited to use them in game and get a feel for how they perform. So I'm definitely looking forward to when the update comes out to do that. Now let's talk about new weapon skins and new guns. In the BattleBit Discord, they announced a new support weapon, the RPK-16, which I'm going to show a video on screen right now. Now that was just a short section of the video that they posted, so if you guys want to see the video, you're going to have to head over to the BattleBit Discord and check it out there. But I just wanted to give you guys a preview of the new weapon. I'm pretty excited to use it. It looks better than the G3 and the F2000 in my opinion, so I'm really hyped. And as for the new weapon skins, they only previewed one, but this is very exciting as there's more reasons to prestige and there's going to be more cosmetics in the game for us to unlock. As for the rest of the updates posted in the upcoming session in the BattleBit Discord, some of them are quality of life updates and the others are general votes for the community to see whether or not they want these changes to be made. They've made changes to the menu UI in-game, and what I mean by that is basically when you open up the menu to build a wall, that looks completely different now, and I'm going to put that on screen right now for you guys. So that was just a little snippet again. If you guys want to see the full video, go ahead and head on over to the upcoming update section in the BattleBit Remastered Discord. They've also made minor changes to the compass, and on top of that, they've updated the way that pinging works. Pinging will now also follow the player when he's moved, as opposed to before where it would just be in the same spot that you saw the person. And the ping will last for 4 seconds, and if somebody ends up killing the person that you pinged, you'll get a spot bonus for that kill. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I had a great time making it. It's finally great to see some big changes coming to the game again. I'll keep you guys updated on whether or not I get into Twitch Rivals, but honestly, my hopes aren't too high as of this point, as it's kind of cutting it close. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the recent videos. If you guys haven't yet, do me a favor, sub to the channel and drop a like on the video. It helps a ton. That's everything from me for today. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Much love.